this key was a mountain-like pile of sand. The sand pile was so high that they could see it all the way from Bimini, which is 20 miles in that direction. When industrial companies came to know how much sand was here on the key, they made a deal with the government. Hey government, I want to come mine that sand, I'll give you a lot of money for it. And of course the government was like, put it in the pocket. So they came here, they started mining that sand. They actually used that to fill in some eroded beaches in Florida and for other industrial purposes that I am not sure, right? But they did that for a while, and then they also realized something about this key. It was a very special key. It was very potent of a carbonate mineral called aragonite. Is anyone familiar with aragonite? Nope. That's what they used to make cell phone screens, TV screens, microchips, and glass. So there's a whole lot of money in aragonite, more than there is in mining sand. So they went back to the government and made another deal to come here and dredge for that aragonite. They did that for many years, starting from the late 1900s to the early 2000s, and then they stopped. In 2015 is when MSC was searching to invest in the Bahamas. They wanted to find a nice key worth investing in, and then they heard about Sandy Key. They heard about its past and everything, and they wanted to change the narrative for the key, so they leased it for 99 years and began work. Now before construction could even begin, they realized that the industrial companies left a mess on the key. They left 1,500 tons of scrap metal on the seabed. They had to get a US-based contractor to come in with a barge to clean that up. And because of all that littering in the ocean, there was a lot of sea life that was either dying or already dead. So they had to preserve what they could, and they relocated 400 hard coral colonies. Now, that's a bit of a deep topic that I want to talk about once we're out there. I just want to touch on the basics down here. Of course, for all that work to be done, they hired 120 workers to get it sorted out, 90% of which were locals because they wanted to add jobs into the Bahamian economy, 10% internationals. You all stay inside those accommodations right over there. It's a pretty nice life. Everything is free, just the way I like it. Free food. I just got a nice big meal. That was real good. I'm a little bit luggy, but the stairs are helping. But it's a very nice life. How it is for locals, we stay here for 3 months, and then we go home for 2 weeks. For internationals, they stay here for 6 months, they go home for 2 weeks. And to leave here, we take a boat ride from here to Bimini and a plane ride from Bimini home. From here, I'm there in the morning. I leave 7, I'm home by 10:30. So it's pretty nice.
So what will happen when there will be a severe weather?
Oh, like if we have hurricanes and stuff? We do have a hurricane shelter, which is to the right of the yellow accommodations. That's our capacity. So I assume for Cat 1 or Cat 2 hurricane will stay here. For Cat 3, you know, that could be a bit more dangerous weather, so they might just evacuate, depending on the winds and stuff like that. Yeah. But that's our life here on the Key. I do want to point out some things around the Key. If you look right over there, see another Key. Yeah? That one is Cat. That one is Cat. That is a millionaire, billionaire Key. That's where all the rich folk go to vacation. So I go there every Sunday. On that key, it has its own airport, its own marina, grocery stores, restaurants, all that good stuff right there. Some celebrities you may know this, that key are done all that. But if you're too famous, it's apparently a thing, you cannot visit that key. Like Oprah Winfrey was denied access because she was too famous. But that's another reason why I can't go there anymore. There's another key on this side. This one is called Brown's. It's known for having lots of southern rays in front of it. They're very friendly stingrays as well. They'll swim right up to your feet. Also, you might find a lot of conchs. Have you guys ever seen a conch in the conch shell? Yeah, lots of them are there. That was my first time when I actually went conch diving when I was on the island. Got like 6 conchs and I gave them all away because I thought the island had conch. And I learned a very hard lesson that rotation. Very, very hard. I went 3 months without conch. And that's weird for anybody. To the right of it, you see something sticking up out of the water as well. Can you see it? It looks like 2 little rocks right next to it. See it? That's a shipwreck. That happened when the industrial companies were mining and dredging away the island. One of the boats was not docked properly, and at that time, this is not here. This is the marina area. It left it right over there, and that's where it came to an end. Yeah. So now we use it for a snorkeling excursion. Rock, you can see a lot of claw marks. That's evidence of the dredging here at the shore. over to my left, you can see where the island would have extended out even a bit further, but they dredged that away. Now we had to do some dredging of our own. Like this runway right here that had to be dredged out for ships to be able to come in and out. You guys experienced one of those rough days when you weren't able to come in and had to have a sea day. That's because everything else around this is too shallow. The Bahamas was once called Bahamar, meaning shallow seas, and that can be a benefit and a downfall at some times. So a lot of times when we have shipping ports, we'll have to do a lot of dredging. But back in the day, during the prohibition and bootlegging days, when there was a lot of rum running, we actually used to use our shallow waters to cost the U.S. Coast Guard a shipwreck when we was trying to bring rum to America. So, pros and cons, you know? You guys got to drink alcohol back then. Yeah. We also have some buoys out there. There's one right over there, one right over there. Those are 500-yard markers, meaning that no vessel that is not up at sea can come within 500 yards of this key. If they do, we have security that'll go out there. All workers are responsible for calling that in. Security will go out, tell them that they have to leave. If they do not listen to security, we have local authority on the key who will go out there and tell them that they have to leave. If they don't listen to them, I get a new boat and they get a bit of a vacation in the Bahamas. They still get 3 meals a day, but not as good as mine. Yes. We also have this tugboat here. This is Ocean 1. Ocean 1 is responsible for pulling your ship in on rocky days, but if it's too rocky, it can cause the boat to rock and then damage. So yesterday wasn't even able to help. Yeah. Any questions? No? Alrighty, time for round 2.
They let you guys drink leftover alcohol.
So we also have, like from here in the key, like if I want alcohol, I can either the lounge or
We have to pay.
yeah, you do. But it's the only way you can get it. Nobody's trying to take it. It was like, hey, here's 20 beer in Paradise City. Yeah. Give me what I can get. And then sometimes people will send for like bottles, from the ship, stuff like that. Alright, guys, ready for more tickets? So remember I told you it's called Sandy Key? Everything is pretty much sand. Yep. Everything green that you see here, I'm actually drinking this. That's the $5. That helps to rebuild the bird population, bringing in birds, bringing in owls, falcons, hawks, warblers, pigeons. We also have those large heavy seabirds. We have falcons, parrots, cranes, egrets, and of course seagulls. So we're doing pretty good in the bird department. We're also responsible for documenting them now because we're trying to find out what all animals migrate to here. I want to share that one. Now we have a few random animals that live here. I say random because I've asked where they come from. Nobody can give me a sure answer. So here's the random here. The names are called Coca. They're the friends of the king. They're very rare. Run off the king. I've seen them before. They're here for to stay away from one-time use products such as water bottles, things of that nature. However, we do have some plastic items here. What we do to keep the number of that down is we do beach cleanups all throughout the beach. We'll have the bartenders coming with garbage bags, picking up trash as it's sitting there. They might ask, hey, are you done with that? Are you done with this? And then at the end of the day, we also have an island sweep. That's where all the people who work the beaches, like the lifeguards, will be on the beach, we're going to clean up on all of the beaches, and all the other workers will be working inland, picking up all that trash. We have a recycling area in our accommodations area where they separate all the trash, and once the barge comes in, we put it onto the barge to be separated. Now, for our energy, look to the right of our accommodations, there's a flat area right there. Can you guys see it? Yep. That is our solar farm. We have a few solar farms here on the island. Together, all of our solar farms produce 750,000 kilowatts of electricity. We also have a reverse osmosis desalination water plant that produces 130,000 US gallons of water per day. We have a waste treatment plant that decontaminates and comes all the way from the island. The water from that to water for vegetation. We also have a food waste compost system that breaks down all of our food using air, water, microbiology technology. We use the water from that to water all the vegetation. So everything here is reused, recycled. We're still working on finding more innovative ways that'll be more efficient in this job that we do. Right now, every building is designed to have that everything is now we have a few more things coming, like right over there on that hill. That's going to be a marine conservation area. That's where we're going to do a lot of our coral trees growing. The plan is to actually get marine biology students to come in here and work. While working, they'll be earning credits. They'll be helping us to educate our guests on ways to be more marine life friendly, learn how to interact with marine life without damaging it. That's also going to be working hand in hand with the dive shop. We'll have different excursions going out where guests will be with us as we're planting the coral trees. And they'll get to see all the growth and the progress that we've done so far. So that's going to be fun. We also have areas where sea turtles come in and lay eggs. As of lately, they've been getting washed out more than they've been hatched. So once that's up, we're going to take the eggs from the beaches, put them in the marine conservation area until they hatch and they're big. We don't want to release the baby sea turtles this size because the chances of them making it into adulthood is 1 out of 1,000. And those numbers are completely terrible. And they're endangered species. So we want to do what we can to turn that around. Okay. Now, one of my favorite things that is coming, that warehouse area, I know you guys may have seen it on your map. It's called Boho. See the warehouse? That's going to be a sit-in and dine Bahamian restaurant serving all Bahamian cuisine. So you get to come here and get that culture, Bahamian food. When you guys come back and you're looking for me because you missed me, I know, I understand. That's where I'll be, alright? I'll be there to tell you what all's good. Alright, that's all I have to say for this floor. Time to go out. Make sure you're holding on. A little nervous? I am. Don't worry. It's all good. Lighthouse is built nice and firm.
I face my fear. I'm afraid of heights.
Oh, yes. I like it when people do that on my That's another reason why I try to do a lot of talking, because I know a lot of people are afraid of heights, like to do the store. It's almost a distraction. Next step right out here. Welcome to the club, everybody. Congratulations. Round of applause, you guys. This is Lighthouse in Bahamas. That's 115 that power hour, like, sad to say, last night when you guys are supposed to watch it, right? But that's more reason to come back to me and the restaurant and the light. Our light show is funny because we like moving animation across the lighthouse. We also use the lighthouse to send messages and do a code. So if anybody's involved, go for it. Don't be shy, guys. I'm Brianna certified at taking photos.